too strong for two, and I can't stand.
Baby, sing it. I need to hear it. What's the hook? Too strong. Oh yeah. Oh, Mary J. Oh, those were the days. How do you know Mary J. Blige, man? Aren't you like 24? Mary J. It's Angela's fault. Yeah, you probably know Mary J because of Angela, but why not? Only 2000, the guy.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, wait, how do you 2000? What exactly does that mean? If somebody says you're 2000,
they were born in the year 2000 and above.
So from 20000.
Hey.
Nah, I thought like Boma. To me, 2000s are like from 95 up to yesterday or 2000.
Baby.
So it means 2000.
Yes.
Nah, man. So if you're at 99, you're not a 2000.
No.
That can't be.
No.
No, I feel like you can be a 2000, but you were born in 98. If you're born in 98, you're a 2000.
It means you were born in the
2000.
What 2000? And I was not the 2000. 2000.
Going on 2000.
Yes, they were born those years.
I feel like it's generalization.
We are 90s babies.
We're generalizing, but when are you? Are you a 90s baby?
In the 90s.
You're 2000.
They say good things come to those who wait. Well, guess I'm gonna be at least an hour late. You've been so good to me, allow me to demonstrate. Hey, real loving, you don't have to wait. Now come closer, yeah. You pick me up, keep me up when I'm feeling under. When I'm feeling undone. Oh, secret, oh, secret, oh, secret. You're the one I've been keeping. You are the one, yeah.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Doek and Ty. This is episode 43?
I think so.
43, episode 43. I never thought I'd get this far, and thank you for being here. Happy Sunday if you're checking this out on Sunday, or happy whatever day of the week it is if you want to watch this during the week. Shout out to everybody on YouTube who subscribed, shout out to everybody on Facebook who's liked the page, and a big shout out to everybody who's followed the page. Also on Instagram, we have a young page there, it's called Doek and Ty. And babe, my name is Kali, by the way. This is my beautiful wife, Bonang. If this is your first time here, welcome. We appreciate you. We appreciate the fact that you're joining the family. And a big shout out to everybody who's been watching since day one from our very first episode. If there's any episode that you've missed, pause here. Pause this one and go back. Because sometimes we make certain references and you only get them if you've seen the rest of the episodes, you know? Yeah. 40, like there's whole 42 episodes. It was just pause this and nicely and watch them. So babe, my question was, where do you want to take this?
What do you mean?
Where do you want to take the Doek and Ty platform? Like what's the idea behind it? What are we doing? This is it's like a what are we question in relationships. You know, every relationship gets to this stage. So what are we? What are we doing?
I feel like this is an exam question.
10 marks. What are we doing with Doek and Ty? This whole platform.
God.
What's the bigger? Is there like a bigger goal?
That's an exam questions. Why would you do this to me? I think the idea.
Snap. Stick of truth.
Wow, guys, wow.
Wait. Before you speak, you need to be holding it. Hold it. Thanks.
The idea behind Doek and Ty, the platform, is to have a platform where a young married couple could converse about issues around marriage, issues around relationships, eventually grow into having people who could advise, could have like people who touch on counseling, could also touch on issues like we did with local attorneys. The idea is to generally just get a broader understanding of what marriage is, what marriage entails, and break a few myths along the way. Just be open about marriage and what it is, what it entails.
Sure, that is not that deep.
Dude.
It's very deep. Okay, babe. Makes sense. Makes sense. I think you having said that, I actually wanted us to read a few comments from our previous episodes. I realized we hardly do that, but we really appreciate everyone who's left a comment and who's engaged us through any means, be it Twitter, be it Facebook, be it YouTube, or be it Instagram. So keep those comments rolling, as well as questions if you have any. So I think what Bonang said covered it nicely. But for me also, the most important thing that I want us to do with our platform is document for our kids. You know, I'd love for my 19-year-old child, maybe I'll be like an old man by then. I don't know the kind of person I'm going to be at that age, right? But maybe there will be certain topics that he might not necessarily feel comfortable talking to me about. And of course, I think it's making noise, the window. Of course, I want my kid to talk to me about everything and anything. But it would be nice for him to go back and see me at 25, this was my thought process. Me at 27, and me at 30, I was thinking in a particular way. And I think it's also a good documentation of myself, because sometimes I just go back on previous episodes to hear my take on different topics and different things. I'm like, yeah, that's how I used to think. But today I've changed and I hold different opinions, because opinions and ideas and just how you think about the world generally changes almost on a daily basis. The more information you get, the more interactions that you have, the more your opinions change, right, along the way. So for me, it's also nice just documenting us from when we're younger to now, and then keep going. So for me, I hope we keep this thing going for as long as we can, without any pressure to change the platform or to sell out, maybe to corporates one day. So just keep it as honest and as one take as possible, because that's the other thing we do. We never edit much. We just hoy it out there, right? Yeah. So today's topic on Doek and tie, baby. We had this conversation during the week. I was like, okay, let's save this for our platform. I was asking my wife, what's the difference between private life and public life? For us as individuals and for us in a relationship or being married. How do we decide, okay, this is for public consumption, and how do we then decide, we'll keep this thing private? What measures? When I say measures, I'm going to make it seem very scientific. But where do you draw the line? Okay, this I'll share, this I'll not share. Because I've been having certain conversations, and I've just been thinking, but if I'm on WhatsApp now, and then my baby makes me breakfast, do I then post that to say, hey, guess who made me breakfast? My wife. Or is that too private? So I've been having that back and forth in my mind, trying to distinguish what's my private life and what's my public life. More so that we put ourselves out to the public by having this platform, Doek and Tie. So I've been having those conversations with myself, and I finally extended to my wife. I'm like, you know what, maybe this would be worth talking about on the platform. And you watching, how do you draw the line, Hori? Okay, this is private life. This is my private life. I'm not going to share this in public. And this, the public can have a view into. Where do you draw the line, right? So that's what I want us to discuss today. Maybe we could start with you, my baby. How do you draw the line for, okay, I'm going to post this on Instagram, on WhatsApp, and this I'll not post? What's the criteria that you use there? Don't forget the steak.
Guys, exam questions.
And today I came ready, bro. Today, we did say last episode, going forward, I'll be more sure prep.
I believe deciding what you want.
Bushy. I was fixing. Go.
Deciding what you want to be public and what you want to be private is get into that. There's not like a one size fits all approach. There's certain aspects of your life that you're very comfortable divulging, and then there's aspects of your life that you feel are private and that you wish to sort of keep away from people. So where do I draw the line?
Let's start there with you.
Where do I draw the line of whether or not I should post a picture? Okay, let's say scenario. Let's say I am on vacation with Mokamoso, and we obviously, our generation likes documenting things. So we take a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
We take pictures, we take videos. Where do you then draw the line? Kore, should I share this or should I not? That's a difficult question.
So leave us your comment there by the comment section.
Because I don't believe
where do you draw?
I don't believe it's based on anything.
Yeah.
It's just that okay, post.
Is it instinctive?
And then what I do believe though is that we tend to share our happier moments than than the sad moments or the moments where you feel like you're going through something. We tend to sort of shy away from sharing those moments, and then we're very quick to share like the happy moments, the oh look at me, I'm in London post, oh look at me in I don't know, in Australia. But then when you are by yourself, feeling lonely, crying, you could post that picture, and then after posting such a picture, you could be crying, you could be feeling lonely. I think there are certain aspects of our lives that we feel like people should see us when we're happy, and then when we are not
at our best,
that's when we feel like private life. But then when things are good, when we feel like I'm going on a shopping spree, I want to share, that's when you find that most people tend to share. I'm there like, yes guys, Santon trip, let's do this, road trip vibes, I share everything, I vlog the whole thing. Gucci, go Prada, like spending money,
Yes.
having the most expensive breakfast. But when I go back to my room and I feel a bit of emptiness inside, you'd find that those aspects people would never ever see. So I believe that as humans, we want people to see us a certain way. We have a certain image that we would like to project. We have representatives that we would want people to always see a certain way. So I think that's also what determines what's private and what's public.
I hear you, but I still need you to. That was a very smart answer, babe. That was a very smart answer. But I want you to take it to your life.
To my life.
Yes.
What do I
Maybe
share?
let me give you categories, right? Sex life, post, not post, private or public.
Private.
Love of your life.
The love of my life. Public and private.
Okay. Food you eat.
The food I eat is, I don't really post a lot of food, so private,
Okay.
publicish private. It's
Yeah.
like a 24-hour disappearing status type thing.
Stuff that you own, be it property, be it cars, be it clothes.
Private.
Private. Money.
Very private.
Successes in your life.
I tend to want to keep those to myself.
Okay.
Private.
Low moments.
Low moments. Private.
Okay. I think that gives me a sense. I don't know if categorizing it like that, I think it makes more sense for me. It kind of it paints a picture, or it puts out the type of person you are, or posting, right? So with me, I've been having that, man, back and forth in my head. Okay. Sometimes I take a picture of my cat. I'm like, okay, I haven't shared anything in a while. The generation that we live in. Constantly. Also, that thing, the constant need to share.
To update.
But I think, not personally, I've moved away. I used to be there. I used to feel like, okay, my WhatsApp, you open WhatsApp in the morning and yours is just empty. There's nothing. I'm like, I need a picture to post. I need to say something smart, or I need to say something motivational. I think social media also comes with those pressures. Okay, I need to say something to my contacts on WhatsApp. I need to go to Twitter, post something that get likes and retweets. I need to go to Instagram, post a picture that's going to get the most likes that day. Motivational Monday, blah, blah, blah. All of those. But thankfully enough for me, I think I've watched a few documentaries and watched a few things on YouTube that just explained how social media works. The more likes you get and the more attention you get, your brain releases dopamine, right? So dopamine is a drug that is released into your body. It rewards your body every time you feel good. So it's similar to taking drugs. Every time you take a certain drug, your brain releases dopamine, and that's gonna give you such a rush. So social media alone kind of does the same thing. So the minute I looked at it that way, I'm like, you know what? I don't necessarily need to always be posting. I think posting is great because these days you can always know what your friends and your families are up to without even talking to them, which is not necessarily a good thing. But I think that's what we generally use social media for, sort of a snapshot of your life. Or okay, post it or a car accident, but it's nothing serious. So sometimes, information sharing, it's good. But now I got into a point I was like, you know what, man, no pressure. I don't need to post. I post when I want. And now I've been having that debate in my head, what's private and what's not. Yeah, but it makes me like a full-on breakfast in the morning. Do I post or not post? Sometimes I feel like I want to post because I want to celebrate my wife, I want to celebrate my marriage. But then the other side of me is thinking, but isn't this like sort of a weird flex? To people maybe they didn't have money to eat breakfast, to people who don't have wives or who don't have anybody to make breakfast for them or what. So I always sit on the edge, okay, maybe this will motivate someone to then, take a necessary step to maybe get a wife or get a friend who can make breakfast, or motivate somebody else to make somebody else breakfast, So I'm always sitting there thinking, do I post, do I not? Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe, possibly I'm overthinking it. But that's where I find myself on social media these days. I'm like, yeah, you have to stay relevant, sure. But then, how much of it do I want to share? Because I realized that the more that I don't post, the more content that I am with just my life generally. I'm just glad going on a walk, not sharing, going on a run, not sharing, chilling with a friend, not posting a picture, maybe getting a car, not posting a picture, taking a drive, not taking a picture. So I feel content with those things, I feel like I'm happier because the minute you post it out there, hey, let me check how many likes, has anybody said anything, It's like you're looking for validation. So I don't know. I feel like I said a lot.
I like that you brought that up because I recall when I took my break from Instagram and posting, and I had gotten used to like this need for validation, like this rush that I feel when I feel like, oh, people are liking my pictures, because you feel like there's a void that is filled by this constant validation, this constant, oh my gosh, your life seems so perfect, your life seems so put together, your life seems so this. That then creates this, you feel this constant need to just keep feeding information about yourself, to the point that when you actually run out of content, I believe
you feel sad.
You feel sad, and I believe that's where now you're gonna start sharing aspects about your life that you would not necessarily have wanted to share, but because you also felt a certain type of way, you're like, I've run out of things to post, what can I post? And then you start now divulging aspects about your life that later you would have wished that you wouldn't have divulged. So I completely agree with the whole social media thing because it makes me watch documentaries. So the more documentaries you watch about how social media is and how the platform works, the more you realize that we're people, we're human, we thrive off of people liking us, weirdly enough. So that's why Facebook has a like button, that's why Instagram has the heart, that's why Twitter also has a like button. We're human, we thrive off of feeling liked, feeling loved. So in that sense, then we are on this endless quest for, I need to gain more followers, I need to grow my likes, I need to go from having 200 likes to having 500 likes. And as much as that is fulfilling, but when is it going to be enough?
It'll never be.
It'll never be enough, because then you find yourself sharing and sharing and sharing, and at some point, that's when now you start feeling like you need to move. let's say I'm the type of person who posts up to a certain, like, I'll only ever post in like my swimsuit. And then I realized that there are certain accounts by the people post getting silhouette photos,
Side boob nyana, under boob nyana.
and then I start feeling like, why are they getting more recognition and more following than I am? Like, let's say I feel like now my ceiling is maybe 1,000 likes, and then those people get like 15K, 30K. So you are now going to be forced to sort of conform to something that you might not necessarily have believed in, just based on the fact that there is a constant need for validation from social media. So that's why I believe that from as early as possible, determine what you deem private and what you deem you are able to share with the public and for public consumption. Because also what you share also determines how people feel about what happens to you. Say, for example, if you and I have issues, if we have problems, because we are so public and we talk about marriage and everything, our followers will also expect us to share during like the very bad times when you experience like the worst of things, because we have shared the good, and the question now becomes, why are you only sharing the good and you're not sharing the bad? Because you've opened your life up to such.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fair point, babe. Good point. The documentary that we watched on Netflix, that's really awesome. It's called The Social Dilemma. So if you have access to Netflix, check it out. Or if you know a friend with Netflix, just get the password. You know how Netflix works. Get the password, watch, and then...
Funny you should say that, because Netflix is cracking down, but okay.
Yeah, apparently Netflix, not to, what's the word? Derail from our conversation. Apparently Netflix is trying to fight the whole sharing of passwords. I don't know. Yeah, they want one user to have maybe one password. But the whole point of Netflix was...
One user has one password.
One password, but multiple screens, depending on the package that you choose. I pay for the subscription, 4 screens. That means my password can be used to access 4 screens. Let's say I have a TV, plug in Netflix. I have a tablet, plug in Netflix. I have a phone, plug in Netflix. I have a laptop. I also log on to my Netflix. So, but now we know it's culture that I pay for Netflix, my friend pays for DSTV, the other one pays for Hulu, the other one pays for DSTV Plus, and then we just share our password, right? So we'll see how that goes. Now, the question that I wanted to throw back at you, I feel like there's a lot to address social media, and we're not saying that we understand the whole phenomenon of social media. I think it's something that we're learning ourselves every day. So we're just sharing what we feel and what we think of the subject, right? Social media, I mean, let's not bash it. It's awesome. People are now YouTubers making money. People are able to advertise and they make money. Like there's so many positives that come out of social media.
Yes.
Now let's narrow it down to relationships, right? Boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, husband, wife. Should you... Okay, when did you post me? At a similar level. Did you post me on as your boyfriend or your friend, or when did the posting start?
When did it start?
She's never posted me. Yeah, Bonan doesn't post me. Yeah, now it's out there.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
Now it's out there.
Why are you lying? So, when did I post you? I don't know. Like, it's not so long ago that I should not know, but I don't.
I'm talking about the first time. You remember?
Did I post you after we were official, or did I post you as a friend? I need to go.
Okay, hold on to that thought.
Revisit.
My follow-up question is, do you think us having been together for a while now, I think marriage-wise we're going on to 4 years? 3 years? We're going on 3 years. I get
3.
I think we're going on 4.
3.
See, we're doing bad at this thing.
3.
Complicated story also behind that one, right? We've been together for how long? I mean, dating? Yeah, hey. That's what happens after you get married. Dates get blurry. But babe, not to put you on the spot. I'm sorry. I know we both don't know the dates. It's fine. We've agreed. You know what? It's
I know
fine.
the
Babe.
dates.
We don't know the dates, but it's
I know
okay.
the dates. It's just
My question is here. Do you
years.
think the way you've been posting me or showing me off on social media has the Kev done this? Has it dipped or has it went up the more that we've been together?
It's probably
Yeah, I'm old news, eh? You don't feel the need to share me. This hurts.
Oh
Kidding,
my
I'm
gosh.
kidding. But yeah, the question there, what I wanted to get, like the point that I wanted to get across is, I think even with relationships, like it's a lot of posting, you know, my baby, love of my life, tripping, like you post each other. And then as you get used to each other, like yeah, you don't post each other as much. Anyway, I think in our case, that's what happened. But yeah, now, it goes back to my initial question. I was saying, I always have that little debate in my head. Should I post my wife today, like on a random Monday, just say, baby, I appreciate you? Or should I get to a girl and look at him like, yo, baby, I really appreciate you? Do I need to take it to social media? Right? Yeah. So that's what I wanted to know. Do you feel the need to post me and write sweet messages and then I randomly find out, or would you rather tell me in person, oh baby, I appreciate you, since I've known you, blue and red don't seem blue and red anymore, they look brighter, food tastes better, metia manat, you know?
So I won't lie.
Still truth?
I think a lot of posting in the early stages of a relationship has to do with a lot of it in the early stages of the relationship has to do with sort of asserting dominance.
Oh, I will, yeah, marking your territory.
Wow, you're like, like this right here. This is me. Like, so I believe that a lot of early posting has a lot to do with like, yes, this is me. This is mine. This is like, you're making sure that people know
You're there.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, if at any point in time you run into him at the mall, know that I am here.
Yeah, like people don't care really.
People don't care really, but I think that's what it is like in the early stages, because you move from being two people who like didn't know each other to being two people who are at the very beginning are quite inseparable. Like you want to see each other 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Like
now today we're like, ish baby, another day spending together. Yeah.
Now we're like, babe, don't you like have things to do, like visit your friends, like do something. So you move from that getting, I don't want to call it a bubble, because I don't think it's a bubble. You can be like that for a very long time, because it was annoying to people how close we were.
Yeah, I still do that.
So I don't want to call it a bubble, but there's a certain time when your relationship becomes social media official, like Facebook official, Instagram official, Twitter official. So you find that during those stages or during that time, you'd find that you might post your partner an annoying number of
reminds
times.
me of something. You remember you got mad at me over next to post that I'm in a relationship on Facebook. What happened there?
Why would you bring this?
Yeah, but I was bad. Like, you're not gonna change your Facebook status for you're in a relationship. What was the story there? I'm like, yo, babe, I'm not so big on social, so it doesn't matter. You know, we're in a relationship. I know, my friends know, people who I want to know. So why do you want me to?
I honestly don't know how to put this in a way that is nice, because
That's the go truth. What happened? Remind me. But I was so bad, bro. I remember. Yeah, as a raise. Like, no, babe. You know, this makes me feel some sort of type of way. Okay, I need this steak. I thought I was done. This makes me feel some type of way. You don't want to tell anyone who you're in a relationship with me. I think you wanted me to post specifically what in a relationship with. You know how there used to be a big thing back in the day where, you go there, you see somebody change their relationship status to it's complicated, but woo! It's complicated. Single, single. And then later in a relationship, yo, in a relationship.
Why am I being roasted?
I need answers. I've always wanted to know.
Why am I being roasted?
What is going on there?
Wow, okay, I'd say.
Do you still feel like that? I don't even know what my Facebook relationship status is right now. I don't think it matters. What is it? Have you checked? Did you change it? You probably changed it to
for context.
married to. Did you change mine to married to? Yeah, baby. Babe.
For context. So, Bukamuso, weirdly enough,
yeah.
When we started dating, had not changed his relationship status on Facebook from in a relationship with.
It was what, my ex?
Yes.
Ah.
So we started dating and
damn, okay.
In a relationship
There's context
with,
here.
and I'm just there like.
So I haven't changed.
So I'm just there like excuse you,
so that's what that was. So I was still in a relationship with a different person on Facebook.
And I was there like, okay, so what am I?
You're my nigga, bruh.
And then this person has the audacity to say I was causing drama.
Okay, no, it makes. And then I used to be crazy, bruh. Like, now I feel like I'm very mature.
And then
I used to be like insane.
Cherry on top, he would say, but Buba, this means absolutely nothing. It's social media. It's not representative of my life. And I'm just there thinking.
Yeah, I was giving smart answers.
I'm like, like, how are you going to tell me that this is not representative of your life when you are Facebook official with your ex, and then I should just chill.
Okay, no, fair point, babe. You had a point. I didn't know. I didn't remember that I was in a relationship with somebody else. Probably forced me as well. If you're watching, you forced me. Maybe. I don't know what happened there. No, you had a point, babe. Fair point. Now, last question for me.
I didn't answer your other question.
What was it?
Your current status.
What is it?
Married to.
You changed it, right?
I didn't change it.
What happened?
I added it on my side, and then I think it took a while to add on your
Mark needs
side.
to fix. And then you probably went to my profile and approved. Anyway,
I approve.
Yes, babe, I'm married, so it's alright. And Mark Zahavet knows it. It's fine. So my next question, baby.
Should we change?
Change what? To single? Yeah, maybe just cause controversy. I like drama. Just then screenshot, throw in the family group. Single, not a single. Yeah, let's cause controversy. Yeah. What do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Maybe April Fools. No, wait, babe. Okay, no, go on. I have another question.
Anyway, I never really took these things seriously because in high school it was sort of like in high school there was a lot of engaged to in a relationship with, which wasn't actually true, but it was sort of just a, social media relationship. Okay,
and then I think my last question, please let us know in the comment section, does that matter to you, like if you're with a person and you're not social media official?
And they don't post you.
Yeah, is that a thing for you? Do you want to be posted? Do you want to be shown off? What I would take you up, or okay, what's the love of my life? And then you're posted, what I will write MCM, or you're going to be made like Woman Crush. What?
Wednesday.
Woman Crush Wednesday or Woman Crush every day. Do you want to see yourself constantly being posted or put out into the public by your partner? I think that's what I wanted to know. And then, when am I baby? Do you feel some type of way if I don't post you? Does it affect you? Does it jar you?
It used to. It used to when we were still like early formative stages of our relationship. But now, no.
Yeah. Because Malwangila Gaipoz, I think it was it our anniversary or something? We had such a lovely day, hey? What was that?
My birthday.
The day we had, your birthday. Had like a
Picnic.
Yeah, we had a picnic in the car, lockdown vibe. So we did like a little romantic setup, bought takeout, ate inside the yard, but more, mini van. What's it called? Like we took a van and then we did a picnic in Mothing. Didn't take a single picture, but it was so nice, it was so romantic. And then I get always so I'm like, damn, I never posted that it's Bonang's birthday today. So I was like, nah, come on. But I spent the day with my baby and she had fun. We had fun, you know. So I started thinking, well, hey, maybe she minds. Like, I didn't post it. Should I post it? Do I wake up at night and start posting it? Even though we spend the day together. So I think in my head, I still have that thing, that back and forth debate. Do I post what's private, what's not? Would it be me celebrating whatever milestone I feel I've achieved at that particular time? Or would it then come off to my contacts as flexing, you know?
As showing off.
Yeah, as showing off. Because there's such a thing. So I think that's today's topics. Please let us know in the comment section for Wena and your baby or your family and social media. Where do you draw the line? Do you share your sex life? Do you share cash? I mean, money. If you have money, if you don't have money, do you share things that you own? Or, hey, this is my new Wrangler. This is my new Mercedes. Do you share your assets? Maybe bodies higher. Naman to what else? Yeah, where do you draw the line between posting and not posting on social media? Because Bonang and I had the area that we live, hey, we had a very weird story. So there isn't a lot of double stories where we live, right? There's a guy who built a double story there. That guy, I think he lived in it for like less than 6 months and he was gone. Wow. So the conspiracy around the whole story is that blurry. Yeah. That you know how things are like in villages and just Mobozana in general in our culture. But if you do something that's out of the ordinary or out of the norm, and people don't like it, you're gone. So it got me thinking, what do you think there's like correlation between voodoo and social media? Somebody sees you posting like a new house, a new car, they're like, not you.
It's still my uncle.
Yeah, so these are the thoughts I've been having and conversation I've been having with my wife. We hope you had an engaging episode, and please remember to leave us comments there. Actually, I don't know how long this has been because we don't like making them so long. I want us to read comments from our last...
It's probably been quite long.
It's been quite long. So we'll make like an episode where we just go through comments and trying to interact you and give you that feedback. We normally just give feedback on the keyboard there and show love as well.
We could do a Q&A also.
Yeah, we'll do a Q&A. I think we'll post on socials for a whole bunch of reports and then we'll attend to them. I think, looking fresh. Not so new baseball tees. We've had these for some time. But yeah, we do sell these as well as football tees. Anything sportswear we sell on a company called Sports Loft. We own it as Doek and Ty. And show your support if you want any merchandise or order. Or check what we have readily available in stock. We'll leave the link to our business WhatsApp line on the comment section, as well as the direct line if you want to text, app, or call to get yourself some merch. To get some tracksuits. So that's been it, man. Happy Sunday, baby. Go post me. But this is the love of my life.
Lastly, in closing, I went somewhere during the week and funny enough, the person I'd met them a while back, and then they're like, "Who are you?" And then my friend is like, "Oh, it's Doek." I'm like, "Oh Jesus, got the tile guy. Where's your mouthpiece?"
I'm not the mouthpiece, guys. I'm actually quiet. I'm quiet. I only come out when
my God, got where's your mouthpiece?
I'm a very quiet guy.
So
you can ask my wife.
I believe that in future, I'm going to have to take him along everywhere because people ask where you are. How say you? Yeah. They want the life of the party.
I'm not. Like, you would meet me, you'd think it's not me. I'll just be quiet, chilling in the corner there. I'm a very quiet guy. As you can tell, my voice is growing lower and lower as I speak. That's how quiet I get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
Go post me, please.
No.
No. Need to let people know, babe. I'm still...
They say good things come to those